Holy God, has it been a hot minute. What's up, YouTube? How's it going? Today's video, I will be doing my predictions for week 2 of the NFL. I was gonna do week 1, but I procrastinated too much. Hopefully this time I won't procrastinate and this video actually comes out, so I won't have to record a second one of these, but I'm doing these predictions and recording the audio the day before or like the day of, just at midnight, of the Jets versus 49ers game, which I have the 49ers winning that. But anyhow, I'm gonna just get to my predictions so then y'all can stop seeing my ugly ass face, and let's get right into the video.
Damn, how good does it feel to be back? Anywho, so first game, I have the Bills beating the Dolphins 21-10. I think that the Dolphins got lucky in their game versus the Jaguars, and that was kind of a fluke game to say the least. But I digress. Anywho, next game is Jets versus Titans. I have the Jets beating the Titans 35-20. I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna have a pretty damn good game against the Tennessee Titans and their pretty ass defense. But anyhow, that's besides the point. Well, I mean, that's exactly my damn point. Anyhow, next game, Browns beat the Jaguars 21-17. I think it'll be I think it'll be a pretty well-scoring game, but it's going to come down to what defense is going to do better, and I think that'll be the Browns' defense. Even though the Browns don't have David Njoku, they still have Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, so I think that they'll be fine. Anyhow, the next game that I have on here are the Ravens beating the Raiders 35-3. As much as I hate Lamar Jackson, as much as I hate the entire Ravens organization, I think that they will beat the Raiders because the Raiders are probably one of the more poverty franchises I've seen because they haven't been good since Lose Yourself came out. And that came out in 2002, so hit the dustpan, boys. Derrick Henry's gonna just run over all of you. Anyhow, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers beating the Denver Broncos 24-17. After what they did to Kirk Cousins, I think that they might do pretty much the same thing to Bo Nix, except Bo Nix will probably be a little bit better than Kirk Cousins. What would you expect? It's Kirk Cousins. And I have the Bengals beating the Chiefs 23-20. Not really much else I could say. And that's the end of this part. Now it's time to get into the NFC side of things. I have the 49ers beating the Vikings 31-17. I think that defense is going to be too insane for Sam Darnold to do much. And even though Justin Jefferson will still probably do good since he's Justin Jefferson, I just think it'll be too much for Sam Darnold and the Vikings offense to do anything against San Fran, and they will lose 31-17. Next game, Saints versus Cowboys. I do not think that the Cowboys are going to lose or even be at a deficit against eyeliner Kirk Cousins. But anywho, next game is Giants versus Commanders. The Commanders, I think, are pretty promising. Don't get me wrong, they're not going to do good, which I thought they were, but after seeing that Buccaneers game, I don't think that they're going to do as good as I expect them to, sadly. But it's still the Giants. The Giants are going to be the team that'll go 0-17 this year, in my opinion. And, yep, that's about it for this part. We're halfway through the NFC. Let's chug through it. The Lions beat the Buccaneers 20-10. That overtime victory in Sunday Night Football was insane, and I cannot wait to see this game because the Buccaneers kind of smacked the Commanders, and the Lions barely escaped the Rams, and I think it'll be a pretty good game. Next game, Cardinals versus Rams. Kyler Murray is back into his form that we've seen him in before. He just randomly decided to play COD well too much. And I think that he will beat Matthew Stafford and the Rams 31-14, with Marvin Harrison Jr. getting well too many targets, and will recreate the entire fuck it, Tyreek Hill's down there somewhere dynamic, except with Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr. Next, I have the Eagles beating the Falcons 10-7. It is clear that Kirk Cousins cannot do anything with this team, and by this point, I think fans are going to start cheering for Michael Penix Jr. to start over Kirk Cousins. And the Eagles, I think their only touchdown will come from Saquon Barkley, who, by the way, is my candidate to win the Offensive Player of the Year this year. If not, probably even MVP, which that's not really too out there of a prediction for me. But anyhow, this is my stuff for the NFC. Now it's time to cap off this video with NFC versus AFC. Alright, next I have the Packers beating the Colts 20-13. Sadly, Jordan Love will be out for a little bit because the Eagles hurt his quad in the Brazil game. But I still think that the Packers will at least do good. They'll beat the Colts 20-13 because the Colts fucking suck. Anyhow, next game is Chargers versus Panthers. I think the Chargers are going to win 10-7. The Chargers are not going to be good, but they're not going to be bad, so I think that they'll just barely beat the Panthers. And Bryce Young will throw 2 interceptions, and everyone will realize that the Panthers made a really bad decision in drafting Bryce Young over CJ Stroud. The next game I have is Patriots versus Seahawks. I think this will be a straight up slugfest, with the Patriots beating the Seahawks 27-20, with Jacoby Brissett playing how he played, as good as he did against the Bengals defense. The Seahawks defense is considerably worse than the Bengals defense, which I think will give Jacoby Brissett all the time that he needs to score as many points as possible. At the same time, that Patriots defense isn't too good. They did hold Cincinnati to 10 points, but I don't think that they'll be able to do that again. However, I do think that the Patriots will put together a game-winning drive and beat the Seahawks 20-27. Next, I have my Houston Texans beating the Bears 35-10. Caleb Williams is a straight-up bust. We have learned that after this game that had just happened, where he had 93 yards, no touchdowns, no picks, with I think it was a sub 50% completion percentage. And that was against a defense that honestly could use a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot of work. I get that they do have L'Jarius Sneed, but you need more than just L'Jarius Sneed to get somewhere. The Texans defense has so many key players on it, and I think that I think that they will just overwhelm the Bears, hold them to 10 points. Meanwhile, CJ Stroud will throw touchdown after touchdown, probably to Stephon Diggs, and the Texans will beat the Bears 35-10.
And those are my predictions for week 2 of the NFL season. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you like my content, even though I've only made 2 videos including this one, subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And I will see you guys next week when I do my predictions for week 3 of the NFL season. Bye-bye!